Throughout history, humans have told stories of mythical beasts, dragons breathing fire, giants walking among us, sea monsters dragging ships to the depths. We've always assumed these were just legends, products of imagination and folklore. But what if I told you that creatures far more terrifying than any myth actually roamed our planet? Today, you are going to meet 7 real animals so incredible, so impossibly massive and deadly, that they make our wildest fantasy stories seem tame by comparison. These aren't legends. These animals really existed. The Ngandong tiger stalked the islands of Java and Bali between 195,000 and 92,000 years ago, during the late Pleistocene epoch. This wasn't just any tiger. It was the largest cat that ever lived. Standing nearly 4 feet tall at the shoulder and stretching up to 13 feet from nose to tail, the Ngandong tiger weighed as much as 500 kilograms, nearly double the size of today's largest Siberian tigers. Its skull alone measured over 16 inches long, housing bone-crushing jaws powered by muscles that could snap through the spines of giant prehistoric deer and wild boar with terrifying ease. What made this predator truly nightmarish was its hunting strategy. Unlike modern tigers that rely on stealth and quick kills, the Ngandong tiger was built like a living battering ram. Its incredibly robust build and massive claws allowed it to take down prey that would be impossible for any cat alive today, including young elephants and rhinoceros. The sheer power in its limbs could pin down struggling megafauna weighing several tons. Today's tigers, magnificent as they are mere shadows of this prehistoric giant. The largest Siberian tiger would look like a house cat standing next to its ancient cousin, a humbling reminder of the incredible predators that once ruled our planet. But if you thought a giant tiger was terrifying, wait until you meet a bear that could tower over buildings. Arctotherium dominated South America from 2 million to 500,000 years ago, ruling the continent during the Pleistocene epoch. At 11 feet tall when rearing up and weighing up to incredible 3,500 pounds, Arctotherium was the largest bear that ever existed, and possibly the largest land predator of all time. Its skull alone stretched nearly 30 inches long, equipped with massive canine teeth that could puncture through bone like spears. The creature's paws were the size of dinner plates, each armed with claws longer than railroad spikes. But size wasn't its only weapon. Arctotherium possessed an incredibly powerful bite force, estimated at over 2,000 pounds per square inch, enough to crush the skulls of giant ground sloths and saber-toothed cats. Its muscular build suggested it was not just a scavenger, but an active predator, capable of running down prey despite its massive bulk. The bear's long limbs gave it a surprisingly fast gallop, turning it into a charging nightmare that few creatures could escape. When you see a modern grizzly bear and feel intimidated by its 800-pound frame, remember that Arctotherium was more than 4 times heavier. Today's largest bears would barely reach this giant's shoulder, making our modern apex predators look almost cuddly in comparison. From land giants to water monsters, imagine if that massive bear had to fear something even more powerful lurking in the rivers. Deinosuchus terrorized the waterways of North America 82 to 73 million years ago, during the late Cretaceous period when dinosaurs ruled the Earth. Stretching up to 40 feet long and weighing as much as 11 tons, Deinosuchus was quite literally the terrible crocodile its name suggests. Its skull measured over 6 feet long, large enough for a grown human to crawl inside, and was lined with teeth the size of bananas. But these weren't just big teeth. They were perfectly designed bone crushers, capable of delivering a bite force of 23,000 pounds per square inch, nearly twice as powerful as a T-Rex. What made Deinosuchus truly terrifying was its hunting method. Unlike modern crocodiles that primarily ambush smaller prey, this monster actively hunted dinosaurs. Fossil evidence shows bite marks from Deinosuchus on dinosaur bones, including those of large hadrosaurs and even some predatory dinosaurs. It would lurk in rivers and coastal waters, launching surprise attacks on dinosaurs that came to drink, dragging creatures the size of school buses into watery graves. The largest saltwater crocodiles today, impressive at 20 feet long, are merely half the length of Deinosuchus. Even the prehistoric crocodiles that coexisted with early humans pale in comparison to this Cretaceous monster, a reminder that our ancient waterways once harbored true dragons. But while ancient rivers harbored crocodilian nightmares, the land itself wasn't any safer thanks to a venomous dragon that made crocodiles look small. Megalania prowled across Australia from 1.6 million to 40,000 years ago, sharing the continent with early Aboriginal peoples who may have witnessed this living dragon. At 23 feet long and weighing up to 4,000 pounds, Megalania was the largest venomous vertebrate ever known to exist. This massive monitor lizard possessed a skull over 2 feet long, filled with razor-sharp serrated teeth designed for slicing flesh. But its most terrifying weapon wasn't its size or teeth, it was its venom. Recent studies suggest Megalania possessed venom glands similar to modern monitor lizards, but scaled up to deliver toxins that could bring down the largest marsupials. The creature's hunting strategy was patience incarnate. Like a living nightmare, Megalania would deliver a single venomous bite to large prey, then follow at a distance as the toxins slowly paralyzed and killed its victim. Its powerful claws could disembowel prey with surgical precision, while its muscular tail could knock over animals the size of cattle. The lizard's forked tongue constantly tasted the air, tracking wounded prey across vast distances. Today's Komodo dragon, fearsome at 10 feet long, represents the closest living relative to this prehistoric monster. But even the legendary Komodo would look like a gecko next to Megalania, a creature that turned the entire Australian continent into its hunting ground. Ground-dwelling dragons were deadly enough, but at least they couldn't chase you at 40 miles per hour, unlike our next prehistoric nightmare. Titanis walleri, the most fearsome of the terror birds, dominated South and North America from 5 million to 1.8 million years ago during the Pliocene epoch. Standing 8 feet tall and armed with a massive skull over a foot long, this prehistoric predator was built like a feathered nightmare. Its enormous beak, shaped like a pickaxe and measuring nearly 18 inches, could deliver bone-shattering blows with surgical precision. The bird's neck was incredibly muscular, allowing it to strike downward with the force of a sledgehammer, easily crushing the skulls of early horses and small mammals. What made terror birds truly horrifying was their speed and intelligence. Despite weighing 330 pounds, Titanis could run at speeds exceeding 40 miles per hour, using its powerful legs to chase down prey across open plains. Its small, clawed arms, remnants of wings, weren't for flying but for grappling prey, while its devastating beak delivered the killing blow. The bird's keen eyesight and strategic hunting patterns suggest intelligence levels comparable to modern raptors, but scaled up to nightmare proportions. Modern birds of prey like eagles and hawks, impressive as they are, seem almost delicate compared to these prehistoric giants. The closest living relative in terms of hunting behavior might be the cassowary, but even this dangerous bird is dwarfed by the terror birds, creatures that redefined what it meant to be hunted from above. So if running across land wasn't safe from giant predatory birds, surely the ocean would offer refuge, except for one monstrous whale that redefined the meaning of apex predator. Livyatan melville ruled the ancient oceans 12 to 13 million years ago during the Miocene epoch, prowling the same waters as the legendary megalodon shark. At 60 feet long and weighing up to 100 tons, this sperm whale was nature's ultimate marine predator. Its massive head, making up nearly a third of its body length, housed the largest teeth ever discovered, some measuring over 14 inches long and weighing 2 pounds each. Unlike modern sperm whales that primarily eat squid, Livyatan was designed to hunt other whales, using its enormous jaws to deliver crushing bites that could sever a blue whale's spine. The creature's hunting strategy was pure terror. Its oversized brain cavity suggests exceptional intelligence, possibly allowing it to coordinate pack hunts against other giant marine mammals. The whale's incredibly robust skull could ram into prey at high speeds, while its massive teeth, larger than those of T-Rex, could tear through blubber and bone with ease. Bite marks found on other whale fossils suggest Livyatan actively hunted creatures as large as itself. Today's sperm whales, impressive deep-diving giants, are gentle filter feeders compared to their prehistoric cousin. Modern orcas, often called killer whales, would seem like minnows next to Livyatan, a creature that turned the ancient oceans into its personal hunting ground, where even megalodon sharks had to watch their backs. From the depths of the ocean to the heights of the forest canopy, our next creature was a gentle giant that could accidentally terrify through sheer size alone. Gigantopithecus blacki dominated the forests of Asia from 2 million to 300,000 years ago, coexisting with early human ancestors during the Pleistocene epoch. Standing nearly 10 feet tall and weighing up to 1,200 pounds, Gigantopithecus was the largest primate that ever lived. A real-life King Kong that stalked through prehistoric Asian forests. Its skull was over twice the size of a modern gorilla's, with a sagittal crest running along the top that anchored jaw muscles powerful enough to crack open the toughest nuts and bamboo stalks. The creature's massive molars, some as large as human thumbs, were designed for grinding tough plant material that would break the teeth of any modern ape. What made Gigantopithecus truly intimidating wasn't just its size, but its sheer presence. Standing upright, this giant could reach heights of 10 feet, with arms spanning over 12 feet when extended. Its massive hands could likely crush bones with casual ease, while its robust build suggested incredible strength, possibly 10 times stronger than a modern gorilla. Despite being primarily herbivorous, few predators would dare challenge such a massive, powerful creature. Modern gorillas, impressive at 400 pounds, would look like children next to Gigantopithecus. Even our largest human ancestors would barely reach this giant's waist, a humbling reminder that we once shared our world with primates that could literally look down on us from twice our height. And there you have it, 7 creatures that sound like fake, but were actually real. Which of these creatures did you find the most fascinating? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.